The squib kick before half, they got on a touchdown. The stupid timeouts, the just stupid play calls. I'm just like, bro, like, you've been coaching here for 8 years. You don't know your personnel? Like, don't do that. Like, it's not working. Like, the squib kick. And who squib kicks they got on a touchdown to another top 5 offense? That's just dumb. Like, stupid play calls. I'm just like, and then you don't take out Rashad Breeland. He been getting torched since preseason because he's getting torched. He got torched the game against Kansas City in the preseason. Yeah, torched opening day by Higgins. I mean, not Higgins. Another top 5 the kid from LSU, Jamar Chase. He's not even fast. So how are you getting smoked by him?
No, Jamar Chase been putting up some. I got him in fantasy. Jamar Chase been putting up some.
But it was a go route. It's not like he ran around. It was just a go route.
I'm 100% with you.
I mean, you keep Cam on the bench. Cam is better than him. The last 2 games,
Cam Dantzler.
Cam Dantzler, when he should have been starting with Peterson. Period. Anyway, Peterson's been solid, by the way, because they throw straight to Breland, and Peterson been doing everything he's supposed to be doing. But Dantzler played the last 2 games, and he's been lights out, just like last year. Because last year he had the quarterback. It was like a 40-something QBR the last half of the season when he came back from injury. I'm just like, what are you doing?
You said Peterson has been performing. I noticed they play a lot of zone with Peterson, bro.
You know why?
Because he can't cover.
No. Look who's on the other side of him.
Oh, yeah.
But also, but this is a discussion. But when we signed him, they were going to give him help anyway. It wasn't Patrick Peterson on the island. That wasn't supposed to be the thing. It was supposed to be Dantzler on one side, Pat P on the other. But I don't know what happened in preseason that Breland was starting, because when he came over to Kansas City, I was just like, okay, their defense wasn't that good last year. Like, why'd you bring him in?
I'm not going to lie to you. I was one of the ones. I was happy with the Breland signing. I watched a few of the Kansas City games. Maybe it was just because it was, the national televised games, and he just was, happened to be performing good. But
right.
I was okay with. I was happy about Breland, but I'm with you, not performing.
I'm all for cutting him.
Which is why I don't understand why we didn't get Gilmore. Bro, they gave up the Carolina Panthers.
A 6th-round pick.
A 6th
and you know it's not next year's draft either.
I did not know that.
2023. It's 2021, bro.
So that's 2 drafts from now.
Right, and it's still a 6th-round pick. So it's not even like you was giving up an immediate 6th-round pick.
They literally got Gilmore for nothing.
Bro, I'd have gave them Rashad Breeland and a 6th-round pick.
Right.
Like, I gave him a 4th,
so,
to be honest.
Which brings me, so I'm on the bus today, and I'm driving, and I'm listening to Cowherd, and he's talking about Matt Nagy is on the verge of getting fired.
Yeah, he didn't make that decision to put Fields in.
Right. That was the talking point. So, what do you think about the? Hear me out. Listen. Pick up Matt Nagy, and
no.
Listen. Hold on. Pick up Matt Nagy and their defensive coordinator. Now, hear me out. Matt Nagy, you're gonna say no. Matt Nagy went to the playoffs 3 consecutive years with Mitch Trubisky. Hold on. With Mitch Trubisky. And if you pick up that defensive coordinator, they had a top 10 defense. Now, it's not that great this year, but I feel like that's more of a we're done listening to this voice type thing. But me personally, I don't think Matt Nagy's a bad coach. I think he's a coach that's been hit with nothing but rookie quarterbacks. And even with these rookie quarterbacks, he's getting to the playoffs. Mike Zimmer is on and off getting to the playoffs, and he's had nothing but vets. So my thing is, I'm sorry, you might disagree, but
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm waiting for you to finish.
I've watched Bears versus Vikings. We've been losing those matchups. And part of the reason why it's been a defensive struggle, the part of the reason we've been losing those matchups is because their offense makes more plays than our offense. Our offense, we have more weapons. We have more. We're better equipped offensively. But because they make more plays offensively, I feel like that's because they're less conservative, and Matt Nagy is an offensive coach that draws up plays for his rookie quarterbacks. He just has he's never worked with a vet. He's worked with nothing but rookies. Give him a capable vet, Kirk Cousins, and see what he can do with that. And then, like I said, bring the defensive coordinator, because me personally, Mike Zimmer's a defensive coach. Our defense is getting lit up since 2016. The Bears' defense since 2016 been top 5.
Okay.
Grab Matt Nagy and that defensive coordinator.
I hear you, but I just say Matt Nagy is just the offensive version of Zimmer as a defensive coordinator, defensive mind, because...
Right.
Okay, but this is why. As bad as Zimmer's defense is, you can't lose control of your team to the point where you're not making decisions. You do realize he picked Trubisky. He picked that. He did.
No, I don't agree with that. I feel like that was above his head too.
No, I take that back. This what happened. The draft happened before they hired him. I think that's what happened.
He was stuck with Trubisky, but he made the best of it.
And as far as that goes...
And you're telling me that Zimmer... Who's better? Kirk?
I can't finish my part. I let you finish.
Oh, no, you're right. But just answer this question. Who's better, Kirk or Trubisky?
You want Trubisky, bro?
No, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm trying to get to that point, but you cut me off. Okay. The part about the offense being whatever, the offense was, first off, their offense has been terrible.
But they make enough plays to win.
Okay, and I'm about to tell you why it works. It works because Trubisky can move. If you notice, when he play us, he looks like Michael Vick running around. He's an athletic quarterback. You could do more with an athletic quarterback. That's the difference between Kirk can throw the ball better than him. You agree to that? Like he throws the ball better than him, but you can come up with more gadget type stuff when you got a quarterback that can run.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Kirk Cousins is not. You act like Kirk Cousins is Tom Brady. He can move. He chooses not to, and I feel like that's part of Zimmer. Zimmer is so concerned. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Well, Zimmer's just a bad coach. Remember when we was watching the game and it took him 4 years to watch the film together?
But that's what I'm saying. Matt Nagy with Trubisky is making the playoffs every year.
They didn't make it every year, bro.
What year they didn't make it?
There was a year they missed.
I think Matt Nagy.
No, they made it most years.
How long
he been there? 3 years?
I think he's been there 3 or 4 years. He only missed.
They lost once to the Eagles, and then they lost to...
They've been in the playoffs, I feel like, every year from it.
Yeah, but we're okay. But
we're not.
Okay, no, I'm not saying we are, but we done had this discussion multiple times off air. We don't want to just make the playoffs, so I don't want to hire him just to make the playoffs. Like, yeah, we make it every other year with Zimmer, but I don't want to just consistently make the playoffs. I want to win a Super Bowl.
No, bro,
he ain't it.
I'm a Lakers fan.
And he ain't it.
I'd
rather go get Tomlin.
No, we'll get into Tomlin later.
Look, hear me out.
No, I'm with you.
Tomlin's also a defensive coach.
No.
But his offenses don't suck.
Bro, I would love to have Tomlin as a coach.
I didn't know if you felt the way about having a defensive coach again. Because we basically had, like, well, other than about Brad Childress, all our coaches be, like, defensive people.
No. And
Dennis Green.
I feel what you're saying on that. I would love the Steelers coach as our coach. I just don't think he's going to be available because I think he's going to get Aaron Rodgers next year. But
I saw that too.
We'll get that. We'll get into that later.
Could have him this year. That way we could have still won the division, but we ain't going to get into that either.
We'll get into that later. But as far as Zimmer goes, Zimmer is...
He lose Sunday, he fired.
He's too conservative. And that's not going to win in this era. But Matt Nagy, with this...
The way he losing control of his team, I don't like it. That's my problem.
I hear you on that, but I don't think that's a fault of him. I think that's just bad ownership. Because my thing with Matt Nagy is before them, what were they doing?
Who was there before? Who they had before him? Cutler was a while before them.
No.
Trubisky didn't replace Cutler. Cutler been retired for like 4 or 5 years.
I think Trubisky replaced Cutler. So put a quarterback back there. Who was the quarterback?
Definitely wasn't Cutler.
I think Kyle Orton was back there for a minute, but that's not.
Yeah, but that was like a stopgap. Like, wasn't
Yeah,
long.
that's not. I think it went from Jay Cutler. They filled in with Kyle Orton, and then they went to Trubisky. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Matt Nagy got hired with Matt Nagy got hired either before or after.
I think it was right after, because I think he was still on Kansas City staff.
So let's say after. Matt Nagy was hired after Trubisky. So he's just an offensive coordinator looking for a job.
Okay. I'll put a twist on your little suggestion. You rather have Nagy or Bieniemy?
Nagy.
What?
Listen. Matt Nagy has made the playoffs with Trubisky. Trubisky is a backup now. Not only that, wait. Not only that, the Bears had a top 10 defense.
Bro, we had a top 10 defense a few times.
Oh, we're not talking about us. You're comparing him to Bieniemy at Kansas City.
Do you not see what he's doing with Mahomes?
He has Mahomes. Do we have Mahomes in Minnesota?
You don't think he could do some of that with Cousins?
No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Kirk Cousins had offensive coaches. Jay Gruden is an offensive coach,
and he was spectacular. He diced us that year.
He was not spectacular. Kirk Cousins, he was good. Don't get me wrong. He's good, but Kirk Cousins, you have to put the right pieces around him, and we have the right pieces around him. But we have a defensive coach who's.
And as aggressive as Bieniemy is, you don't think it'll work?
But Bieniemy is also
So you don't think our skill positions are just as talented as Kansas City?
No. So
outside of Kelsey,
No, and you're absolutely right. My thing with Bieniemy, the reason why I would take Nagy over Bieniemy is literally the defense, because Nagy could literally bring his defensive coordinator with him. And the Bears' defense has been good. You know what I'm saying? So you bring Nagy, you get, basically, me personally, I feel like Nagy is a good coach. He just hasn't been given the weapons on offense to work with. And even with that, he's still making the playoffs. So you bring his defensive coordinator over with his knowledge, with the weapons we have. You're giving him, for the first time in his head coaching career, he has a veteran quarterback, a solid running back, with weapons on the receiving, with weapons with receivers on the outside. In Chicago, he had a rookie quarterback, an okay running back, and no weapons on the outside as far as receivers except Allen Robinson.
The Moody kid not bad either. He was a rookie last year.
He's all right, but he's not Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, and with our tight end, you know what I mean? With a great running back in the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's healthy.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Dalvin.
No. That's fair. That's fair. But even without Dalvin, we have Madison, who's a solid back too.
And they call the game so much different when it's Madison, though.
And then that's my thing too. He doesn't even have a solid back in Chicago. He literally had Trubisky, and that's it. And Trubisky is not something to you know what I'm saying? He's not.
Oh, he looked good in Buffalo with good coaching.
For a preseason game. Notice he on the sideline as a backup.
But did you watch the game? Like, the personnel was so much better. Like, I think he could play. Somebody can give him a chance.
Trubisky?
He gonna get another shake at it.
I think he'll definitely get another shake. But
I'm not saying he's gonna succeed, but he's gonna get another shot.
Because I'm actually surprised Josh Rosen hasn't got another shot yet. So, no, I'm just saying, you know how the NFL is.
Well, he keep catching up with teams, but I feel like it's over for him because I feel like you done got caught on by San Francisco and Tampa Bay.
Oh, I didn't.
And they didn't think much of you that they still did what they did.
I didn't know
in the draft.
he went to San Francisco. Yeah, if you can't make it in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan, you're.
That's what I'm just saying. He just ain't what he was hyped to be.
But I'm one of those ones that I feel like if you give Nagy a more, because our offense isn't much better. Well, that's the thing. Yes, I'm with you.
Because it's a lot better than the Bears' offense.
Right. I do, but if you take the national outtake, they'll say we're basically in the same boat. Not this year, but in the previous years, because they made the playoffs and we didn't. Kirk Cousins didn't get us to the playoffs. Trubisky.
But you want to know what I honestly think was about to happen in Chicago? I think they're kind of about to go on like a little streak, because now that he got somebody back there that can move, he could do some of the stuff they did with Trubisky, except the quarterback can actually throw it. Because he made some throws last week that you was just like...
Oh, no. You talking about Fields.
Yeah. And so that could kind of change their whole season.
Yeah, but I don't think their defense is what it was anymore.
I don't agree that it is either. But if the defense not bad, so I'm thinking like if he could pick the offense up...
That's the other thing, though,
viable.
Too, is... Their offensive line has went to the gutters.
It was bad last year. That's why.
It wasn't as bad as it is this year. Like it was bad last year, and their offensive line is worse than ours, from what I hear.
No, it is. They masked it for the first 4 games that Trubisky played because he can move around. That's what I meant. Like that's the difference between. Okay, he can't throw, but if he couldn't throw and he couldn't move, it would just be terrible. But Matt Nagy worked with him because he can move around, so he did it that way. He hid a lot of their deficiencies up front.
Who did?
Trubisky, because he can move around. Last year...
But who put him in that position? Matthew Nagy.
Zimmer is... Nobody calls him Matthew.
But Zimmer is that's all I'm saying is Zimmer is not doing that.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. We moved Kirk around last year a little bit because we did the whole play action. Look at his highlights, his tape. There is plays where they designed the pocket to move, or they did a play action where they had everybody go left, they rolled them out to the right.
We didn't do it enough.
No, I agree. But I feel like there's certain times we watch Viking games, and I know you can attest to this. There are times Kirk move outside the pocket like, no, what are you doing? Like, you about to get hurt. We always do that. So I'm just like, do you really want Kirk moving around? I'd rather him move around with the pocket moving like they used to do.
Yes, that's my thing. Is if it's with the pocket, with play action or something like that, yes. I don't want him scrambling like he Mike Vick. Hell no. But... And that's what I'm saying. Matt Nagy would design plays for... That's what he did for Trubisky. Imagine him doing that for Kirk Cousins with the weapons we have and the running back. Because he don't have a running game, bro. He's doing this without a running game.
Montgomery and Coleman are not bad.
Montgomery is always... And Coleman, they're always hurt. Cook. But we have Madison. He's solid. And Cook is though.
I'll be honest, Madison could start for a lot of teams.
Right. And Cook, even with Cook, those injuries are knick-knack injuries. Montgomery and the other running back.
I feel like Montgomery, he out for a while now because he got hurt.
And the other, their speedy running back. I can't. His name.
Tariq Cohen.
No, they had a smaller one. I didn't know that.
He's a small one. David Montgomery a bigger one.
No, but they didn't have Coleman last year.
Not Coleman.
Whoever. They didn't have him last year. They had some small dude.
They had Tariq Cohen for like 2-3 years now.
Oh, Cohen. I thought you said Coleman.
Tariq Cohen, the smaller back.
Yeah.
They got him in Montgomery.
Right. They're always hurt.
Yeah. But I feel like, this is exactly why running backs don't get paid.
No. You're absolutely right. But my thing with Coleman and Montgomery is they be out for extended amount of times. Like, other than his rookie year with with Dalvin Cook, it's Nixon. You know what I mean? Like he's out for other than his rookie year, he's out for a week or two, and then he's back in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's out for a crazy amount of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my only thing. But we'll get into that. We're gonna get into a quick commercial break, and we're gonna get into all our NFL topics and all that stuff. So just stay tuned with us. All right, welcome back. So we're gonna get into our NFL topics this week, and one of the topics we have is the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. What do you how do you feel about the top 10 quarterbacks?
I feel like a lot of these lists can go a lot of ways. Because personally, I try to do a combination of things. Because I don't bring in anything from the year before. It's kind of like I want a combination of how you're actually performing, your team's record, and is it translating to wins? Or is it keeping y'all close? Is it keeping y'all in the game? Because, like, okay, Kirk, for instance. I know we're Vikings fans, so y'all going to hear a lot of Vikings references. Kirk, he's balling. He had a bad game last week. Mm-hmm. Everybody does. Aaron Rodgers week 1. It happens.
Baker Mayfield had a bad game, and we played him.
I just don't think he that good, but that's a conversation we can.
Fair enough.
It's just I put in your production on the field, your team's record. How are your stats being accumulated? Is it during garbage time, like y'all getting blown out, and then you just throwing them back in the game? Because like it's easy to stat compile when you getting blown out. You have no choice but to throw, so your number's gonna look good if y'all cut the score down. So. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of things that go into it. I don't have none of the bias, like, as far as people getting in off their last name or what they've done in the past. Like, I'm talking just the 4 games everybody done played so far. And that's how I go off my list. But I know everybody's list is different.
Well, the way I do it, I'm similar to you, but I do take in consideration what's been done in the past, and let me give you an example. For example, we just talked about Chicago and Trubisky. Trubisky was winning, but that was based off of defense.
Let me ask you a question. I ain't trying to take away from your point. Just to see what you think, because how do you view somebody like Fields who had like a disastrous first start, but then had a way better appearance the second time?
So the young quarterbacks,
grade them on a slightly different scale.
I do, because there's a lot that goes into that. So, for example, Baker Mayfield, his rookie year, he had a great season.
Right.
He was also surrounded by great talent. You know what I'm saying? He had a great, solid defense. Even though I will give him this, the coaching structure. Remember, he had
Kitchens should have never been coach.
No, this was before Kitchens. He had
Greg Williams.
That was the interim coach.
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson started.
They should have kept Greg Williams. I said that when they hired.
I said that
Kitchens.
the same because Kitchens was ridiculous. But I feel like a lot of that play when it comes to rookies, that plays in part because me personally, I don't think, for example, I don't think Baker's better than Justin Fields. If you asking me who I take, if I'm starting,
I take a lot of these young quarterbacks before I take Baker.
Run what you have around, like, and that's the thing.
I feel like he's a poor Kirk Cousins.
No, that's
because Cousins could throw the ball. You go outside the numbers with Baker, I'll take my chances if I'm a defense.
I would definitely. You know what it is though. I would definitely take Kirk before Baker, but I wish Kirk had Baker's
heart.
Yes, and that all plays a factor into who I would pick as my top quarterbacks. So my number one, Pat Mahomes. How do you feel about that?
I mean, you can't really argue Pat Mahomes. I still got personal vendetta about that Baltimore game with him, but that's a different topic for another day. Because he.
Yo, my man, you took your sit-ups. Your push-ups. Let it go.
No, because the stuff he did was stupid. And you want to know who he reminds me of when he do the stuff? He reminds me of Favre, and he pissed me off all the time when he do that stuff.
No, I honestly think that's a fair comparison.
Like, he's risky and stuff. I just like. It's like Favre when he was with us and he threw it back across his body. Like, I wanted to choke him. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're about to get a field goal. You're going to throw it across your body.
100% with you.
Like, okay, like you're throwing no-look passes. It's all good. But you're about to get sacked. You're going to throw it up the grabs and get a pick. Why? You're already up 2 scores.
I'm with you. But
throw the ball away.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have a quarterback that's overconfident or a quarterback?
You say that until it costs you a game.
Well, I've had a quarterback that's underconfident for the last 2 or 3 years.
He didn't look like that this year, other than last week.
So he has looked like that from this year, and that's
one game. Rodgers had a bad game. Let him have his bad game, bro. He's going to throw for 4 touchdowns and 400 yards this week.
I hope so.
Oh, I know so. They better.
But we have a history
with fired.
We have a history.
We lose to the Lions. I promise you, if he's not fired Monday, there's a problem. But let's get into the quarterback list because we making it too Viking oriented.
So my second quarterback. This is probably going to come as a disagreement, but I'm going to put Tom Brady there. And the reason I put Tom Brady there is because he knows where he's going with the ball before the ball is even snapped. Like, yes, he doesn't have the arm of these young quarterbacks. He doesn't have, that's basically it. That's what he lost. He doesn't have the arm.
I would have probably put Rodgers ahead of Brady.
Let me tell you my issue with Rodgers. My issue with Rodgers, he's a great talent, but he's always got an excuse, bro. He's always got an excuse. Like,
bro, so do Brady. If he loses, it's the defense fault. He ain't got no receivers. All this other
no. Brady doesn't throw them under the bus. We just gotta keep
he don't.
But Rodgers do. Rodgers would. And
what did he say bad about his offensive line?
I didn't say anything. But he's talking after he lost the championship game last year. He's basically saying, I don't have enough weapons to... And I'm like, bro, you got one of the best offensive lines. You got...
Time out. You didn't see what they did to them in the championship game? They bracketed Devontae, even though Devontae dropped 2 touchdowns. You might have a point.
Yo, bro, that's all I'm saying. Look, Rodgers, for him to be as great as he is...
What about the year before against San Francisco in the championship game? All they did was bracket Devontae. Nobody else did shit.
Look, Rodgers is supposed to be this great talent.
And he got one weapon on the outside.
No, bro, he got Stanley. He's got weapons, bro. He got a top 5 running back.
I don't think Aaron Jones is that good. Sorry.
How?
He's basically an outlet of valve. That's it.
What does Brady have? That's how running backs are nowadays.
Not really, because his
think about
rushing
the top
stuff is.
Think about the top rushers in the league. Where are their teams? You got Derrick Henry. Where's Tennessee? You got Dalvin Cook.
They just went to the championship game.
I didn't believe in that. I didn't. They got the luck of who'd they beat to get to?
Did you not see what Tampa did last year? I don't care about a dominant running back, but running the ball, period. They got into a Super Bowl.
Right. What I'm saying is you don't need a star as a running back. You need a serviceable back. Aaron Jones is that. And to be honest, I think Aaron Jones is better than that.
They paid him like he ain't even the best back in the division, but that's another conversation for another day. Because I done seen some lists. He's been above Dalvin. I'm like, no,
he's not. He's not better than Dalvin. But he's not no slouch either. He's
not no slouch.
He's one of the top backs in the league. And you got one of the top backs, one of the top offensive lines. I'm sorry, your receiving core is not that terrible. You have one of the best receivers and fill-ins around him.
All right, let's get number 3.
All right. Number 3, quarterbacks.
No, running backs.
I'm going to go with, this is probably going to be debatable too. I'm going to go with Russell Wilson. I think he carries Seattle. If he wasn't in,
where you got Rodgers?
Rodgers next.
Oh, okay.
But and it's more of you can do like Rodgers. My thing with Rodgers is I feel like people give him too many excuses. They built around him. They supported him. They gave him talent.
So they didn't give Russ excuses last year?
I don't think Russ has the talent around him. His offensive line's been garbage since day one.
But that's never a problem when he's throwing for 400 yards and 4 TDs, though.
It is still a problem. He's just that good.
Okay. Remember we had this talk about the Buffalo Bills last week about how they didn't have no pass rushers last year and they addressed it in this year's draft? Yeah, you let that defense lock you up last year. Like, that's no.
Because I'm not convinced with Buffalo's defense because look who they played.
Oh, we going to find out about Buffalo Sunday.
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting for.
This what happened? Because I was going to put a bet in today when I got off, but it was too close to showtime, and I knew we needed to talk about what we was doing, so I'm going there after the game. I was going to take Buffalo, but I was just like, they have played no one.
Right.
They played the Mills kid with the Texans as a rookie. They played Roethlis, no arm burger. They played, who else? They played Jacoby Brissett.
Right.
And there's somebody else I'm missing that's sorry.
Because there's another team.
They played 4 sorry teams. And you lost to one of them.
Denver is another.
They ain't played Denver.
No, what I'm saying is Denver's another team.
Oh no, I'm out on Denver.
I won't say I'm out on Denver because Bridgewater didn't play.
No, he got knocked out.
Well, that's what I mean.
He got knocked out to like the end of the second quarter though. He was getting their boots smoked already. But
okay. Well, Drew Lock doesn't help that.
But this is why I'm out on the Broncos just from the standpoint. But I'm out on the Broncos, but I'm also up on Lamar Jackson because they got a really, really good secondary, and he threw for 300 yards on them. So, Lamar, I ain't doubting you. I thought your stuff against the Chiefs was a fluke because you throwing like Tim Tebow jump passes and stuff like that. So, salute. You won't hear another Lamar can't throw thing out of me because to do it against that group because they literally got like three Pro Bowlers and maybe an All Pro like that's impressive. Maybe 2 All Pros because they get I think Kyle Fuller made one year with the Bears, but I'm not sure. But they got a great secondary because they got Surtees on the other side. They got Fuller, and then the safety.
Their defense.
Yeah,
and that's why I said Bridgewater.
And they missing when they get Chubb back.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. But to finish out my list, not in this order, but I have in the top 10. I have Watson, Deshaun Watson.
Oh.
Yo, bro.
He ain't playing, bro.
I don't care. He's nice. Let me finish my list. I got Deshaun Watson, Lamar. Not in this order, just to finish out the 10. Because we got 4 quarterbacks in. I got Deshaun Watson.
I feel like you're going to leave somebody out that I'm already thinking of. Go ahead, keep going.
Lamar Jackson. Stafford. I like Herbert.
Okay, you putting the young guns in it.
I like Murray.
Oh, you leaving a couple of, cause you getting close to that edge, bro. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of talent though at the quarterback position. So I'm gonna let you finish. My bad.
This is probably gonna surprise you, but I like Burrow.
Okay, that was one of the ones I thought you were gonna leave out. I was gonna say no Dak, no Burrow. I'm like, wow.
No. I'm glad you brought up Dak because I don't believe in him, bro.
What?
I do not believe in Dak.
What? I wish I could do the story. What?
I don't believe in Dak.
Really?
I think Dak is a more confident Kirk Cousins.
Kirk borderline top 10 based on how he playing.
This year, Kirk Cousins typically...
I'm going to throw a stat out for you.
Typically, Kirk Cousins is in the 14 to 15 range. And that's where I
agree.
That's where I feel Dak is.
You know he got like before last week's stuff that he did. 19 games of QBR over 90. Nobody did it since Peyton.
Cousins?
Yes.
I don't doubt that. The only issue with Cousins is he gets in the big games and folds.
Only if it's at night.
No, it's not only if it. When he went to the
Superdome and beat Drew Brees, that was a big game. He did it.
Because nobody expected him to do it. Prime example. No.
That doesn't mean
Can I talk? Prime example. Week 1, week 2, week 3, he balled. Nobody expected that. But as he's balling week 1, week 2, week 3, we go into week 4 with
a top 5 defense.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
He's gonna ball.
But what I'm saying is the top quarterbacks
No.
balls against those top 5 defenses.
All the time,
Bro. Those top quarterbacks.
Them top 5 defenses make the good ones struggle. Unless you Brady or Mahomes. Adjustments. Unless you Brady or Mahomes, you're gonna even Rodgers struggle with the top defenses.
And he makes adjustments and gets the job done. They were 13-3 last year.
Did you see their schedule? They had the softest schedule out of all the playoff teams last year.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know.
I mean, that the quarterback stuff can go either way, but
that Prescott. I'm sorry. Like I've seen it too many times where his numbers don't add up until the end of the game.
No, I feel like you gotta treat Dak Prescott like you treat the Raiders. They're gonna start off hot at the beginning, then they're gonna fold when it start getting cold.
No, I'm with you on that. This year feels a little different.
For who? The Raiders or Dak?
For the Cowboys, not Dak.
Yeah, I think they'll be up. I can't say nothing because I know we talk to my brother because he's a Cowboys fan. But
I think I'm not gonna.
They're probably gonna smoke us when they play it. Well, it's gonna be a shootout.
Their defense is playing a lot faster.
What you think about them letting go of Jalen Smith?
I was confused about that.
I was too, but then I saw the film. I was like, oh
no. So there was
diving from 10 yards away and knocking past.
You seen that meme? That meme has been going around all day today, of him diving at like the 50 when the
Guess who signed him?
Who? I didn't see he got signed.
Green Bay Packers.
Oh no, I did see that. I did see that.
Please play him.
I think Jalen Smith is nice though.
Not in coverage.
Yeah, he's more of a run stopper, which is our issue. We're a run team.
That's fine. Put Dalvin, motion him out.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
Hello,
that'd be crazy.
So, all right, you got your quarterbacks in. I don't disagree with them for the most part. I thought you was gonna. I was gonna be more irritated if you left out.
Yeah,
Burrow.
Who did I leave out that you didn't?
I was gonna say Dak and Burrow, but I feel like there's more people we're forgetting because like the quarterback play been so good this year. But I'm just like,
but is it
who do you take out?
That's why I bring.
Because like when you start naming Kyler, I'm just like, all right, I can understand why he left the people he left out.
Kyler about to be the MVP this year, bro.
If he keeps it up, because
I think he will.
He balled like this last year and got hurt.
Yeah, not till week 11.
Oh no! I'm not doubting him. I just want him to stay. I just want him to stay on the field.
Yeah, no. That's 100%. That's 100%.
As far I ain't really have no. I I'm not a dummy. I'm not gonna argue with Brady and Mahomes and the people you put at the top, but because you didn't say nothing crazy, but it's so many people. I feel like we forgot somebody.
Not really, bro. Because you got.
Oh yes, you did.
Josh Allen.
Yup. How you about to say Josh Allen? I started running through the best thing. I was like, dang, what quarterback he didn't say?
I don't know if he's top 10. That's the only thing.
He's been up and down this year.
That's my only thing is, so before last year, the verdict on him was he was inaccurate in high school. He was accurate in college.
He was accurate last year, though.
He was inaccurate the first 2 years of his NFL career.
Right, and they wanted to know if last year was an anomaly or whatever.
And this year he didn't start out too great as far as the accuracy thing. So
that's why I say it's a litmus test Sunday.
I don't think I'm not gonna put him in. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's better than Dak, honestly.
You wanna know who he remind me of? Culpepper.
That's a good comparison.
He was.
You give him the weapons, he can perform.
But you send him to Miami and Detroit, he gonna look like Dookie.
And I feel like that's part of the reason why he wasn't as accurate his first 2 years, because y'all didn't put the weapons around him. This year, I feel like he's not as accurate because they're running the ball and playing defense really good. So he doesn't have to make as many plays as he had last year.
It's been blowouts. But I feel like this game against Kansas City is going to expose
it's gonna show,
them either for the best or the worst. Like, if their defense holds up, like, okay, their defense is legit. But this is the part that gets me. Even if their offense show up, you're just like,
it's the
Kansas City is like the defense they've been facing.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. That's the only thing. Like,
and then, like, they schedule gets softer after that. So I'm just like.
But my thing is I don't think he's a bad quarterback, though.
No.
I don't.
Culpepper wasn't either.
Right. Like, I don't think he's out of the top 15. It's just I don't think he's as good as those top 10. I don't think he's a bad quarterback.
He's not. Like, he could sling it, but he's not consistent enough. That's what it is.
Would you rather have him or Kirk Cousins? Yeah.
Because it's not like he can't throw and he can move around.
I think I'd rather have him, bro. Because that's my thing. Kirk Cousins might be a tad more accurate.
That 1 year, his rookie year, he beat Kirk.
Right, and Kirk Cousins might be more accurate, but
he can't move like that.
He can't move like Josh Allen.
You could do more with Josh Allen than Kirk.
And Josh Allen has way more heart than Kirk.
Yeah, he just hurdled one of our people as a rookie. I was just like, who is this rookie? I'm at Avicoli's in Liverpool watching the game. I'm just like,
yeah.
Like, he literally hurdling people.
But I would definitely take Allen over. I would definitely take Allen over Cousins, but I just at this point, because of the up and downs, I can't put him in the top 10. But I don't think Josh Allen.
Honorable mention.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So we're gonna get into another quick commercial break, and we're gonna come back with our NBA topics and close out the show. Stay tuned.
Family Affair.
Summer's the season for sleeping in and curling up with a new mattress. And at Ashley Home Store's Best of the Best mattress sale, get 0% interest for 72 months on select Tempur-Pedic and Beauty Rest Black mattresses starting at $24 per month. Ends Monday. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
At Price Chopper and Market 32, we want to help you shop smart to get the best quality and value for you and your family. That's why we created More Ways to Save. Just use your Advantage card to save your way with weekly specials, price chops, lowdowns, stock-up savings, fair to compare, and Advantage rewards. Now that's smart shopping. More ways to save. at Price Chopper and Market 32.
Welcome back. This is Family Affair, and we're gonna get into our NBA topics. So, what's been
Western Conference.
Western Conference? Who do you think the contenders are?
Obviously, your punk ass team.
Lake Show.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of parts to put together, but I think y'all could do it. Plus, I think the West is also hindered by a lot of injuries.
Yes, absolutely.
But I think y'all got a good chance of coming out. As a dark horse, I got Dallas.
So hear me out on this. So I feel like since Luka's been drafted and after his rookie year, every summer we go into the summer
expecting stuff from him, and then it's a letdown.
That's my question. What's changing?
I'm banking on that he's learned from his past two, because this is third year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm banking on him learning from his first two mistakes. Like, comes to the season ready to play.
What does that consist of? Because
coming in shape, because
last year
2 years he was fat both years. He also, I feel like he had to watch video of himself and what he does in pick and roll, because there's opportunities where he had the chances to make his teammates better, and he chose to take a tough shot. And it's like, bro, you got a lot of people around you that
I agree with you, but at the same time, he does do that a lot, though. He does make his teammates better because.
But he's missing opportunities. I'm thinking this third year, it's gonna be at a more rapid approach.
Okay, no. I see what you're saying.
And also because the other night, he only played, I think, 15 minutes. He had 19, 6, and 5. I was like, okay, I'd rather have the assist be up a little bit more, but
he needs to involve Porzingis more.
But that's what I meant was he was missing a lot in the pick and roll. Because there's times when he's taking tough shots and Porzingis is wide open. Bro, that's your number 2. Get him going. You're not gonna win no championship or go far by yourself.
I'm glad you brought that up because I can agree with that. Where if
and I'm a scorer, so I know what Luka thinking, and my mentality was a scorer. But I'm just like, bro, you got a different level of talent.
Porzingis is not a slouch.
He's not.
This man is what 7?
I still think he's a number 3 though. I don't think you could win a championship with him as your number 2.
Depending on who you have as your number 1, because if you have a defender that's gifted offensively as your number 1, say you put Porzingis with KD, you know what I'm saying? He could be a number 2 because, all right, maybe not KD.
I was gonna say KD not gonna distribute like that,
right? So. You put you put Porzingis with a Harden, and you got a distributor, and then you got a down low scorer.
They both gonna disappear during crunch time. No.
Yeah, I mean, but I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is, their play style. You started. Listen.
No. I was just gonna say you started up something for next week when we do the Eastern Conference.
All I'm saying is, if you put Porzingis with a scorer that doesn't fold in crunch time, like Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean?
I never.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
I think he would fit better with Donovan Mitchell than Gobert.
Right. If you get him somebody that can score and he can do his he can score off of him. Because with Doncic, I feel like Doncic is making it about him. This is his team, and Luka is just a role.
Should be.
I agree, but I feel like that's one thing Doncic has to learn. I agree with you. He has to learn how to use his teammates because he gets his numbers as far as assists, but I
feel like it could be more.
It could be more.
Cause they pay so much attention to him. Bro, you have so many drop offs or kickouts and. Because Porzingis could go inside, he could shoot the 3. I feel like he's a utility knife. You just got different things you could do with him.
That's one thing that he. One thing. One thing. A good comparison would be is Kobe getting Gasol. Remember that?
Right, because he went on that stretch where he averaged a triple double.
And I think if Doncic used Porzingis like Kobe used Gasol, I think it could work.
I feel like you could do more with Porzingis than you could with Gasol.
Oh, whoa. Don't disrespect.
No. Not like Gasol was a slouch.
Was
He
a
can't shoot like
problem.
Porzingis. Gasol can shoot the 15-footer.
Yeah, he stretches it. Porzingis does stretch it out more to the 3-point line.
How you feel about the Clippers, man?
On the rider lawnmower.
Nah. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the Clippers.
Because you know me. I don't give a
Yeah, I forgot you Lake showed whatever.
F the Clippers.
But I just feel like they're just doomed. Like they're either gonna have a colossal collapse or somebody gonna be him or PG.
How much lower can you get the grass, my man?
That's the thing. I think the Clippers are going to be solid as far as the regular season goes because we've seen Paul George as the number one option. He's not a slouch. It's just
Bro, I know this. I knew this for years.
right. So I don't
Pacers fan.
I don't
Disgruntled Pacers fan.
I don't think the Clippers are going to end up being like a 4 or 5 seed, maybe a 6 seed, but
Honestly, I don't know how the West gonna shake out because there's so many injuries. So, because like Kawhi's hurt, Jamal Murray's hurt. You don't know when they're coming back.
that's it. And Klay Thompson.
Portland, you don't know what you're getting out of them.
I think Portland's going to take a step back this year.
They took a step back last year. If they take another step back, they're gonna be in the lottery.
They're either going to be the 8th seed or miss the playoffs. That's where I think Portland is at. As far as I think Golden State with Klay coming back, I think they make the playoffs. I think they take over Portland. I think Portland misses the playoffs.
So you
this
think
year.
Golden State the 8th seed with Klay back?
They were almost the 8th seed without Klay. Klay's coming back this year, probably around January.
But I feel like they're gonna be able to do more of. I'm not saying they're gonna. I'm thinking second round at best. I'm not saying they're gonna be world beaters or anything, but I think they'll be substantially better just because.
And that's
Kirk.
Golden State?
Yeah, just because. With the flexibility they have now with Klay Thompson back, you got Wiggins in the fold. He can shoot out more of those death lineups that he used to do when they were going to the finals.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're gonna get to the finals, but they could possibly get to the second round.
They could do some damage.
They can make it to the second round.
Yeah, they could. Golden State could definitely make some noise with Klay, and that's why I think Portland is going to take a step back. I think Portland is either going to be the 8th seed or they're going to miss the playoffs altogether. It depends on because I don't know, man. We've been talking all summer. I think they should make that trade. Ben Simmons for Dame Lillard. Even if they make that trade,
because they got some pieces around them.
Even if they make that trade, I still think they missed the playoffs, but they got something going.
I think they still make the playoffs if they make that trade.
No, it's definitely possible.
But I also think there's a team that can make a jump.
Who is that? You know what? We're gonna save that.
Memphis.
You know what?
I think Memphis could take
I don't disagree. I'm not gonna lie.
They young and they hungry.
They were on the cut, and that's what might do it. That's what might push them over. But we can definitely get into that next week. Where
it'll be more NBA next week because
it's coming. It's definitely coming. We started the preseason. We're coming with the NBA, but we're running out of time this week. And we thank you all for tuning in.
Family Affair, same time next week, same bad channel. Naquan Darnell, we in here. Tune in next week. We here.
6 to 7. Thank you.